Alrighty. If you don't mind, I guess I'll just go on over and check out the various store. That's right, the various store. I'm only going to the one. You got new things? Yeah, you got some new things. Well, I happen to have some stuff to sell. Namely, a lot of swords I've been picking up. My goodness, have I been picking up a whole lot of items and weapons from all of those sword cards, shuffles at the end of everything, you know? You could just have all of them. I quite literally do not need them. And I feel like it's probably a safe bet to assume I'll be able to buy just about everything available to me at this point. That'd be a nice change of pace, not having to pick and choose specifically what to get and what not to get. Wow, I had even more stuff to sell than I realized, and I thought I had a lot. Alright, and then there was something like a bloody horse or something. Like, what was it called? It was called, oh, hey, whoa, a luxury coin. Apparently I got 3 of those, my goodness. Finally, those golden hands are actually pretty good. Yeah, it's just straight up bloody horse. Creepy child's ride, might be valuable. Implying that the fat dudes on the horses were the actual boss, and the blobby thing was some kind of decoy. Fascinating! Alright then, well, I will buy yourself one of thems. I will also buy one of those. I will also... and I immediately have to lose this super really awesome cool hammer. Unfortunate and lame. Oh wait, no, this is a hammer too! Alright, it probably won't look as cool, but it is still a hammer. Maximum. Oh, I thought it was maximum. No, I fell for that once before. The latest model of anti-shadow gun. Yep. Equip that whole thingamaroo. Thank you very much. And then as for armor, let's see. That's for metis. Colorful armor. Amir. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's technically not an entirely incorrect thing to say. Wow, final armor, huh? And now we are left to wonder if it actually is. Questions of which we have a many. Alright then, now I just gotta give everybody all the stuffs and we're good to go. Jump head first into this nonsense. We'll just run past the enemies, go for the bosses, see what happens. Let's get crazy. Metis, why are you always ominously staring out windows? Knock that noise off. I haven't hurt anyone since then, so why am I being left out? You're not very bright, are you, Metis? I'm doing my best to help, so why are they still treating me like a kid? I'm not a kid. Yeah, okay, well, having a little tantrum about it certainly isn't going to be changing anybody's minds, if I'm being honest with you. Blessed by the goddess of Earth! Ooh, it has good odds of being able to inflict rage. We're seeing no problems here for thee. Yes, yes, enjoy the game. Also, join the team. You've kind of pretty much been fully assimilated. Can't go back now. Mez considers herself your younger sister, right? We thought she was just acting that way, but she really has the heart of a child. I think we should be more lenient with her. Nay. Children don't generally have the notion of murder on their minds. I don't think Menace is that bad, really. She's just not very bright. All the same, I wonder if she couldn't be a little easier to talk to, you know? Whoever put her together made her a little too realistic. Who wants a weapon that sulks? Sigh. I mean, okay, but to be completely fair, I mean, Igus had a sulking period too. So, I mean, it's not like we can really, you know, say that about Metis and not, you know, also just remember everything from before. Everything you laugh about, that you talk about, is the past, huh? I'm not happy to have that said straight to my face, but then again, she could be right. What else are we supposed to do? We keep saying things from our past. Here, have some things. I got the fancy thing. Ooh, fear medium odds. Okay, well, that's fear high odds, so it's a downgrade in that regard. Good news, you don't have to wear that noise anymore. Well, yeah, it's for you, of course. Who else would I be giving these things to, you crazy, crazy girl? That's not even remotely what I wanted to do in any stretch of the imaginations. My goodness. No, it's just back to the non-golden version. Could have at least given it a unique model, or given it the golden hammer model. Sigh. That's just unfortunate. I never got to use it in a fight, ever. Man, life is never-ending pain. Your new persona talent, Yukari seems to think you inherited it from him. I mean, that would make the most sense. What do you think? Do you have any idea what happened? Like, no. I see. Well, I hope you don't think badly of Yukari. Why on earth would I? He was precious to us all. I mean, I'm pretty sure the game isn't factoring in the fact that I romanced her, but the fact that I did definitely makes that whole thing significantly more upsetting, if I'm being honest. Is this for me? Thank you. All right, well, actually, well, yes, obviously join. That's important. But I would actually kind of like to see you say the thing that you said, because I'm sure I misquoted it at least partially. So if you don't mind, could you tell everybody here? So the time has come. I'll wear it. I won't try to run from this. Yeah, okay. I added a little bit more than there actually was at the end of everything, but fact remains. That's still a weird thing to say. Any ding dang way. What about you? Thinking back, Meta said we're the reason the Abyss of Time is here. Us and not the shadows that are littering the place. Yeah, what's going on? I'm no Junpei, but I can't think of anything that could have caused this. Oof to Junpei. Anyway, we'll find all the answers if we keep going. If there are enemies weak to lightning, my Caesar should do the trick. Ironically, lightning is probably one of my weaker aspects right now. The only persona I have that can do it isn't very good. I knew it! There's a secret to the personas we don't know about. Not much further to the deepest level. Wonder what's waiting for us down there. Probably a gun! Of which I have many for arms. Alright, surely I should be able to make something. Oh, the end of your journey is slowly coming into view. The wild talent you've awakened to, and the answer to life that waits at your quest's end. I do hope you find what it is you're looking for. Interesting you would just randomly bring that up out of nowhere. If it all being real. Alright, so where is that the weak one? Where are you? I gotta check these out one at a time. Okay, well. That's odd. Was it always you? I guess it was. You're not weak at all. Alright, well, I could still definitely make do with a better persona that could use electricity. I can tell you that much. What happens if I make these? I can make Horus, of which got mad light skills. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. I can also get Siegfried. I don't want Siegfried, but that was an option. You can also get Koryo. That's a big-ass hunk of dragon is what that be. My goodness. That's not bad. That's not bad. But at the same dang-dong time, I don't know if you know this, I'd kind of like, you know, some elements up in here. Okay, yeah, that's two. I mean, yeah, okay. I feel as if this game really wants me to have this dang dragon. I mean, I'm okay with that. But you're not even the dragon. I was a fool. Okay, so I'd be getting rid of you three for this? Yeah, I guess I don't really see why not. I'm sure there are many reasons why I shouldn't have, but check it out. See, it's the eternal wish-granting dragon. Huh? This persona seems to be holding something within itself. Oh. Apparently a special piece of equipment. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm probably not going to do that. But I mean, there you go, I guess. Interesting that it didn't even talk to me. Kind of rude, if I'm being honest. Alright, so would anybody like to maybe be like an extraordinarily super great, amazing persona? Like let's see, you got Mahama, and you got, okay, well that's some big league fire damage. That's pretty cool. And I would be getting rid of, yeah, that's the problem though. I'd be kind of getting rid of my incredibly good for darkness-based magic. So, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. Although, if I could get something that could take up what it did before, no, that definitely will not be it. What about you? No, that's not hard to acquire one of those. Now, it's just a damn dragon again! Ah, lordy. It'd just be nice if I could get, like, a stronger fire persona. Like, what about you, Kali? Do you have fire? You'd get fire boost, but not by your own power. It's like literally everything that I can possibly make is just physically oriented, and I don't need that. I mean, would that be an improvement in any regard? No, because that's got a magic stat of 50. I guess if it leveled up a bit. Yeah, I guess then again, it's sort of got a higher stat than that, and it's actually way lower level. Straight up, I just feel like the personas that I've got are pretty much good enough. I'd like to have the heavy damage variants, but it just ain't happening. Plus, I got this thing, and with, you know, Divine Grace and what have you, that's just pretty much an instant heal straight up at the gate. So, I mean, I got that going for me. I got ice, I got fire, I got ice and wind at the same dang time. So technically, I don't even need the King Frost anymore, so... Does anybody want to consume King Frost and see if you can make anything good out of that, perhaps? Let's Raphael. But... Rahan, I mean, that's not bad, but it would kind of get rid of a lot of my abilities. Really rather not do that, so I'm gonna go ahead and say nah. Thanks for the offer, but a big, fat, resounding nah. Really nothing all that good, really. Alright, then fine. Have it your way, universe. I'll stick with what I've got. Won't be seeing me complaining about it. I'm pretty content with the way things currently are, all things considered. Alright, so, theoretically, only one more string of doors. Let's charge forward with reckless abandon, everyone. It's the last one. Are you ready? It's not the last one, and you know it. Anyway, so I guess this last one would probably be a door for Metis. It's a mausoleum! Let me scan up ahead. Yes, as is the case with literally every time I've done this, I can't just sense Jack. So you're completely on your own. It's the black figure. Be careful. All right, fine. You were able to sense the black figure. That's cool and everything, but not that useful. We could have just assumed that it was here. It's never not been in any of the places that we've gone to. And I acquire even more monies. Ignoring you. Can't stop, won't stop. Running around. Oh, that's a big shiny fella. There's a big shiny fella right there. Ah, delightful. You're not willing to run away enough. I see. That's a bummer. A massive, big ol' Kentucky Fried bummer, so... I guess I'm running this way now and hoping for the best. Oh no! That's a bit of an issue! Could you not do that? What if I ran this way instead? Maybe the way forward will appear? Boy howdy, there sure are a lot of corridors. Alright, so far the answer has been no, and you're stupid for even thinking it. Alright, but what if, like, there it is, alright. My constant shifting about has ultimately proven to be a successful venture. Not bad. Now, if the game would like to be cool and just toss out a couple more of those holes in the floor, again for me, that'd be nice. Oh, ask and ye shall receive on occasion. Appreciated. Sometimes the way I choose is the correct way. It's not always, but during the times when it is, it's always a nice time. Alright then, we have explored that avenue, and have determined that it is not worth nothing, so we are out. Hello over there, sir. Would you happen to be the way to the Promised Lands? Oh wait, no. In fact, I already found the way, and I didn't even realize it because I didn't look at the map.
A surprise attack! There's only one!
Alright, cool. Of all the characters you could have charmed, that had to be the one, huh? Alright then, well... Alright then, well, okay, cool, that's great and everything, but at the same time, how about, like, no? Okay, so that's cool and everything, but how about no? Thank you. My goodness, rude. We were unable to run away. I don't even understand how that's even remotely feasible, and how did that shadow not see us? Anyway, I already found the way out. I just gotta go over there. This is why you gotta pay more close attention to all of the various angles of the map, so you don't look like a fool, or at least less like a fool on average. That's all I really try to hope for. Cool, a bunch of different ways. And all of those different ways just led to a bunch of dead ends. You hate to see it, you hate to see it. All right, well, let's just straight up ignore that fool, as literally my entire team appears to have gotten stuck behind. All right, so mild issues.
It found me. Commencing combat.
Good lord. Well, I certainly did try very hard to prevent that from being a thing. Can we just leave and not fight the tanks? We can! Problem is, though, another enemy is chasing after her, and that's gonna happen. Yep, that's kind of what I figured. Once again, you ask me to fight a tank, and once again, I'm going to have to humbly say nay. Nay, I do not wish to partake. And instead, just give me the thing. Yes! Rewards without work! Instant gratification! Alright then, so, that was a interesting use of time. Just gonna keep on, there we go, jumping down a hole. You're slowly getting to where you need to go. It's very near. You just gotta keep on keeping on. Maybe fight a couple of those weird heaven tanks again. I don't want to fight no damn heaven tanks. You can't make me. But I will fight that thing out of spite.
A surprise attack. There's only one.
Oh, I see how it is, game. I don't appreciate it, but I accept it. I was like, oh, you're gonna run away from all your fights, are you? Fine, then I'm gonna run away. Well, the joke's on you, weird golden hand monstrosity. Odds are, whatever it is you ended up giving me wasn't gonna be all that worth it in the end anyway. Even the higher end money rewards I get out of selling the things that those things drop really aren't all that impressive. Get that money just from selling various weapons. But why though, Metis?
Enemy found me.
Why must you be so terrible in all that you endeavor to accomplish? That was unnecessarily harsh.
There's one enemy.
Alright then, what if we just shot it with an arrow?
Won't lose.
Yeah, like that.
Just one enemy left.
Alright then, so literally anybody who was like, man, is he running away from all those fights because he's afraid of being extraordinarily too weak for things and everything's gonna go horribly wrong? And the answer to that, if you thought it, and I'll be honest, even part of me was wondering if that were the case. The answer was no. Granted, that was just a single lone enemy. The other, you know, configurations would probably provide a much better challenge in the grand scheme of things, but the fact remains, I was able to take care of that particular enemy very easily. Alright, so... I feel like I'm just running back down a dead end that I already went. I'm just curious real quick. No, it was not a dead end. It was the way up. Alright. I probably got myself turned around because of me going back from Metis. In fact, that is absolutely what happened. But I shan't blame her for that. That is merely me forgetting things! Alrighty then. Ah, delightful. Mama Madoon. Alright, well that was phenomenally lucky. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. That was probably more lucky than I actually deserved. Alright then, cool. Cool. Just going with my I don't really feel like bothering mantra. If the enemies ain't gonna provide me with nothing worth getting, then I don't see why I bother gotta get done doing. That's all I'm saying, people. If I'm strong enough to smite thy enemies, well, I mean, what am I really missing out on here? Yeah, I could fight you, but what would I gain from that? Nothing. Small amount of money? Woo! Come back to me when you drop enough EXP for me to level up over 2 times in one battle. You pull that noise off, and then maybe we'll have something to talk about. But until that day, I'm sorry to say, you're literally pointless and worthless to everyone. I mean, you're not literally worthless. You are worth money. Just, you know, not enough money for me to give a damn. How's it going? You thought you were under the impression of such things, and it was incorrect. Aha! The hole. I believe we are now at the time for bosses. The loading screen says that I'm right. Oh, hey, look, it's that thing running away again. Haven't seen that before.
This feeling. This has to be.
You gonna actually tell us what this has to be, or are you gonna continue to be vague about it? Ah, I see. Going with the gonna be vague about it choice. Sigh. Fair enough. Far be it from me to question such things. Alright, well, we've definitely got enough HP and SP to handle whatever it is that's in there. Assuming that we're strong enough to deal with whatever is in there. I feel like our odds are relatively decent. Let's give it a go. Yeah. The enemy is always waiting below. By definition. It's just what they do. Ah, well, that's a thing.
I think I'm right. This feeling. It must be.
Uh-huh.
But no, it can't.
Yeah, well, you could, throw that out there, though. That'd be nice.
Oh, I didn't mean to distract you.
You're not distracting me. You're frustrating me. There's a very large difference. A booga booga, apparently. Looking like that friggin' one guy from Ghostbusters 2. Get out of here with that noise. Alright then, so I guess we'll just toss out some elemental magic, see what happens. Ah, well, evade fire certainly prints a very specific kind of picture now, don't it? They use fire, but also evade fire as well? That is an interesting thing that you do. I wonder why you go and do that. Alright, well, what about ice? Ah, absorb and block. Understandable. Ouchies, them's was my brain parts you done just mishmashed. What if I hit you with a hammer? Oh dear, that did barely any damage whatsoever. Alright, well, let's not go ahead and do that ever again, my goodness. I mean, unless it's literally the only option I have, in which case we'll do it many times until we inevitably end up winning. I just kind of hope not. Alright, more block and absorb. So, that's just a flat out not the thing to do. Alright then, fire it is!
The enemies return to normal.
Interesting, interesting. The thing is, what do we do about this?
That enemy is quite fast.
I'm not sure if it had evade slash because it is weak to it, or if it just happened to have evade slash.
That's a tough one.
Physical damage seems to be a pretty good thing to go about for, though, so we'll give it a go. Everybody get your heels right over here. Alright, then let's just continue to try and keep those floating heads down. Alright. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Some might say that did more damage than it really should have, actually. And I would have to be inclined to agree with them on that. Holy crap, what the hell was that? Okay.
That enemy is quite fast.
And now I'm just kind of left to pondering, what the hell do I do about this whole situation then? Ah, okay, cool, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. It's a lie though, that's not cool at all. Why would you do that? The game really do be saying, we increase the challenge by just making enemies obnoxious. Please enjoy the increased difficulty of all of the bosses that you go up against being able to one-shot you. And all of your attacks just get dodged outright. Alright, well, I'm gonna try that again once, maybe 2 times, see if there's any hope for me there. And if not, I'm clearly going to have to devise some kind of strategy. We shall see.
Take this.
I return to you now, in the middle of my 4th attempt. Things are not looking as super great, honestly, but theoretically, if I were to put up this here attack mirror, excuse me, I apologize, if I were to put up this attack mirror, and then the enemy did the move that I think it is most interested in using, this would be the second. You'll notice that the giant spinning wheel has like very little HP. Yeah, that would be because this would technically be the second time that it would have done this, and it would most assuredly have done. Oh, okay. That's not the same move. It used Vaporal Blade, and it basically knocked itself down to like 20% left of its health. I haven't hit that thing a single time. All the damage that's been done to it has been done to it by itself. And that's kind of hilarious, if I'm being entirely honest with you. Alright, so, if I'm being 100% honest, I don't exactly have the highest of optimism for my odds. You might think that an enemy nearly killing itself like that would kind of give me free pass to feel a little confident. These dudes can make this go sour and south so fast. Like, you really don't know how just absolutely absurd that this can possibly end up becoming. This run has been significantly kinder to me than normal. This is gonna be my last attack mirror. Kind of ashamed to use it, but considering it's, you know, kind of serving its purpose in the best possible of ways and getting me out of an extraordinarily difficult jam, then honestly I'm okay with it. The giant spinning wheel out of the 3 of these monsters actually probably hasn't been the biggest problem I've been facing. Alright, the game giveth, the game taketh away, it seems. Also, I gotta be honest, I normally... Oh, alright. Yeah, that's what it did the first time. Yeah, that's definitely what's gonna end up happening. Alright then, so... Yeah, ordinarily when I try to use the fire attacks to knock these things down, it usually doesn't work. But, ever since I started talking, it's, for whatever reason, been slightly kinder. Only to the magic attacks. I've been missing a lot of physical attacks much more often than I'm used to. Normally, those are generally rather reliable. Except, I mean, there's literally no reason to not. I mean, please do lots of damage. Thank you, thank you. Oh, wait. Yep, okay, all right. Yep. That stung. That's really hurt. That hurt like a butt cheek on a stick, dude. All right, here we go. That's a quote, by the way. All right. So, I choose... Oh boy, I have 2 options. I can most assuredly make sure that everybody survives, or I can recklessly charge ahead with my hammer and hope that I kill that thing. But... I hate having to use so many of my dang bead chains, but that's what they're here for. And if there's even the slightest, ittiest, bittiest, tiniest, microscopic chance of victory, I gotta go for it. Ow! There's my usual luck. Haha! Well, goodbye, world! Oh, that didn't do nearly as much damage as I was prepared for. Alright. Luckily, Aegis is immune to fire-based attacks right now. Otherwise, that wouldn't have gone nearly as well. The fact that I can look at exactly what just took place here and say, you know, oh, well, this went well, really says a lot about how things have been going for me, in the grand scheme of things. Alright. Bring everybody back up to full health again. Let's all just cross our fingers that maybe, just maybe, I don't have to use another bead chain immediately after this. It would have been nice if you could have knocked down at least one of them. That is actually all that I really would have, very much would have asked for. Okay, alright, you know what? That's not bad. That's not bad. We can recover from that. And that's the first time a critical hit has ever happened. Alright, well, you chose a fantastic time to do it. Alright then. Okay, alright, so, hey, I guess 4th attempt is the charm for once. Quite frankly, I feel like I probably came into this fight with, like, the single worst possible character combination imaginable. And I really wanted to just keep on giving it my best shot on the off chance that maybe I could pull it off. And it's looking like I can. It's looking like I can. Wow, you managed to do it to 3 of them, huh? That's aggravating. All right, well, I'd kind of like to be able to use my personas because I'm probably gonna need to, you know, heal a lot. So I'm gonna have to actually use a gem on that one. I seldom, very rarely do, but this is a situation where not being able to use my persona is actually extraordinarily disadvantageous. Ordinarily, I can just kind of brute force my way through it and it doesn't even matter in the end, but not so much in this case. My goodness. To put it in the most simple of terms that I think I could possibly, you know, bring them to, I feel like I went into a fire-type Pokemon gym with literally nothing but grass types, and the only reason I was able to make it work at all is because my grass types were over-leveled as heck. And even then, even with that, you were still dealing with extraordinarily, you know, tumultuous odds, all things considered. Wow. I honestly don't know how I managed to make that work, but I did. And I'm actually kind of proud of myself, if I'm being honest. It took a lot of luck and determination. I'm not gonna say it took skill, but I mean some strategization was indeed needed, and it was helpful. I'm good about that. So, but I don't know. I can't say like, oh wow, look how good I am for being able to do the thing. I can't say that. I can't go that far. But I can still say I did pretty good. I managed to take a really bad hand and somehow make it all work out in the end. Alrighty, once more into the breach. Slowly but surely we approach our end game. I know not how this is going to go down. It will definitely be something. And I grabbed all of the goodies? I did. I grabbed all of the things of which I could grab, and now we are onwards. To yet another powerful presence. Or maybe not. That would be swell, actually. That figure. No, it can't be. I mean... Yep, that certainly is like the 47th time you've said that exact thing, Fuka. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate your input and I like you as a person, but my goodness, you have got a really bad habit of just kind of being a broken record sometimes, it seems. You gotta work on that, girl. Anyway, same strategy as always. Jump down holes and hope for the best. I feel as if that might be the worst idea. Just, you know, if you wrote it down and you looked at it, I feel like anybody who read that would say, no, that seems like a pretty terrible plan for just about anything in general. But, it's honestly been working out relatively often for me. I'm not gonna say it's, oh, supreme gloves, nice. I'm not gonna say it's been working phenomenally. I mean, there have been times where things have obviously gone horribly awry, so that's a factor. But I digress. The fact is, it ultimately results in success, so I got no major complaints.
There's only one.
Yep, and that's why I shoot it in the head. Assuming it even has one. It kind of does. Its weird little wrist appears to be something of a head, sort of. Kind of really hard to tell, if I'm being entirely honest. These are the interesting questions I'm choosing to ponder. Anyway, where are you, door to another floor? Where are you hiding? Okay, didn't see that guy over there, but somehow managed to not get hit at the same time. All right, not bad. I'm okay with that. Thank you and good day, sir. Whoop, whoop. When in doubt, just say whoop, whoop and hope for the best. Really? All right, well, I tried. Once those things start running, you ain't ever gonna be able to catch them. I mean, I'm sure some people probably definitely could. I'm just sure as all heck definitely couldn't. Ah, delightful. Now we've got this noise. Yes. Fantastic. I'd appreciate it if you didn't. That's probably gonna kill Mitsuru, isn't it? Alright, miraculously it did not. Alright. So the question is, do I want to even bother? I'm gonna say nah for this one. And we were lucky enough to have that work out for us. It was, quite frankly, more than a little likely that that would have gone horribly wrong. And it probably should have, but it didn't. So we're good. And only had to spend, you know, I don't know, maybe like a sixth of Yukari's SP to make up for that. Make up for the fact that I blundered my way forward. Sometimes you just, it's hard to pay attention to so many things going on at the same time. All right, but we're getting there. We're gonna find the way. Aha! There you go. Considering these things are, like, definitively not staircases, I'm very confused by them. Are they just legitimate holes that we jump down? Because that's gotta be murder on the knees. Don't really care for that, I gotta be honest. The figure is just up ahead. It's like it's waiting for us to get to it. I have a terrible feeling about this. It's still a little further ahead, but please keep your guard up. Can do. In fact, I dare say I shall actually take that advice to heart. Ordinarily, I would, you know, kind of just mindlessly not. All right. All right, miraculously, the enemy stopped just short of being able to gnaw on our ankles. So that's good. That's really good. But that's what keeping your guard up accomplishes. Sometimes it's a real good idea. All right, cool. Glowing monstrosity. Let's just hope for the best that maybe this is the right way to go instead. It is. There we go. It's a blessing in disguise, and you never even knew it. All right, so Fuki told me that the figure was just up ahead. By just up ahead, I was under the impression that it was just up ahead, not, you know, several floors away. Yeah, I can't help it but feel like you were somewhat inaccurate with your assessment. Granted, I have no idea how these dang powers work, so I'd probably be no better with them, so who am I to criticize, truly? She's doing the best she can, and I need to start remembering that a little more often. Oh, just keep running. Just keep running and dodging the shadows. And that was a big ol' honkin' circle. All right, well, fair enough, I suppose. Whoop. Whoop. All right, see, that's kind of what happens. You're running away from an enemy so fervently, so aggressively that you end up crashing into something entirely different. I'm pretty sure eerie sound only works on enemies that are already inflicted with fear. That wasn't your smartest plan, if I'm being totally honest. Sometimes monsters are not too smart, and we take those as a sign of their genuine stupidity, and are able to succeed in the end. All right, so man, just up ahead, and we are several floors away. All right, well, okay, all right. In her defense, it's never been on any of the floors that I'd been going on up to this point, so it was never on, you know, the end area was never floor 15, 16, or 17, so it stood to reason that it wouldn't be that way here either, but still, why'd you go ahead and say that as if it was something that I should have taken note of?
There's only one.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm assuming we hit it.
Firing.
Surprised that one worked. Usually it's either a crit or a flat-out miss. Fighting these things is really weird, if I'm being honest.
You're unworthy.
All right, more glorious monies. Not sure how much more money I'm gonna end up actually needing by the end of this, but it's always good to have. Plus, they're enemies I feel extraordinarily confident in my ability to defeat no matter what the circumstances. So, yeah. Yep, that's definitely a tiny little monster that wishes to do us a great deal of harm. I've seen my fair share of oogity boogity shadowmen in my day, and that is definitely and most assuredly one of them. All right, so if you'd be so kind as to stop being so interested and back off, thank you, so that I may just sneak my way through. All right, immediate problem being this whole entire situation, if I'm being entirely honest. Okay, yep, you sure are making that as impossible as it could ever possibly be. Ah, cool, a man with diamonds for arms. This'll hurt. Yeah, and I was correct. It in fact hurt a lot. And yet the game is still suspiciously kind with the ability of letting me run away so often. All right, yep. Yukari knows what that sound means. Ah, accidentally shot me in the head. You must want to be healed. It's a disturbing little tradition we have around these parts. Finally, we have reached the place.
I wonder if that thing is showing itself to lure us in.
I mean, it really doesn't have to. We'd be running down these things the entire time anyway.
Then there is something we're supposed to see, further into the abyss of time.
And I suppose maybe the protagonist is attempting to show us this? I'm not 100%. I mean, if I'm being entirely honest, the whole circumstances around his death were, you know, admittedly somewhat rather vague, really. We've been told that he is dead, but maybe there's a part of him that exists somewhere else? I don't know. Quite frankly, he had a lot of very unusual circumstances going for him at all moments in time, so it's not impossible. All right, enemy waiting below. Gonna give it my all. Here we go. What show we got? A single enemy? No, a bunch of samurai. Oh, that's the closest you've ever been.
I think even if we don't chase that figure, we'll meet it in the deepest part of this place.
That sounds like an incredibly safe assumption, yes.
We're getting close. Let's keep moving forward.
I will attempt.
Enemy shadows incoming.
It depends 100% entirely on if I can beat these guys. Oh boy. It all depends if there's even the smallest of weaknesses for me to be able to exploit. Problem being, this most assuredly is certainly 3 different enemy types all together in one. So that's a problem. Okay, one absorbed it, one dodged it, and the other had hit and didn't do much. Problem is, I'm not 100% sure. I think because it didn't say evade fire, that doesn't mean it was weak to it. I think it just was able to dodge it. All right, they got eaten by one. Interesting, interesting. The problem is, I'm not sure which one it was, which is a bit of an issue, if I'm being entirely honest. All right, well, the white one could definitely get hit by ice. Oh, okay, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm just gonna temper expectations right here and now and tell y'all that maybe this ain't gonna go so well.
Ice is ineffective.
It appears to me, and I'm no expert, that magic isn't really... Oh, that's a huge conundrum.
Mitsuru-senpai is unconscious.
Well, that just seems like cheating if I'm being entirely honest. All right, then.
Take this.
Well, I'm of the personal mind that we're probably doomed.
Someone help Mitsuru-senpai. Mitsuru-senpai is seriously hurt.
I'm very, very much aware of that. Okay, all right. So I'm aware of the fact that this is not going to work out. I'm aware. Rest assured. I know.
Someone help Metis.
Miraculously, we are in fact not dead. That is very strange to me. Okay. So I'm left with the conundrum of just exactly what I should do here. I am not gonna be, I'm gonna be completely real with you here. I'm not sure. This is
Jeez, that was
Premonition.
Please be careful.
That's an interesting ability you seem to have. You know, I've never actually seen if poison can outright kill you instantly. Let's find out.
This can't be.
All right, I'm gonna try one more time, and I'm going to assume that if this does not hit, Premonition just makes it so they can't get hit by physical attacks. Okay, they can, they just have incredibly high odds of, you know, being able to avoid it. Fair enough. All right, so we've got this. It isn't great, but I mean, it'll get us back to a better chance of survival. It's mostly a full heal. Oh, that's a big pile of damage you done just did to us. My goodness. Oh, and you've got the darkness flavored variant too. That sure is a good thing I've got so many of those things, huh?
Mitsuru-senpai is unconscious.
Miraculously. I'm surprised, honestly. Only one of us got knocked out as a result of that. If I'm gonna be entirely honest, I don't think I have enough healing items available to be able to do whatever it is that needs to be done here. This is a bit of a pickle. I shan't lie to you all.
Defense weakened. Please be careful.
I am very much aware of that. I'm usually only able to make this work if I'm able to, you know, exploit some kind of weakness. But if I can't find any, and if all of the enemies are just going to be able to, you know, potentially instant kill me whenever. All right, so at the very bare minimum, I've ascertained that I'm going to dislike the one in white armor, the one in black armor the most. Those seem to be the ones with the light and dark magic. Whereas the guy in red, well, it doesn't seem like an incredibly good situation, but out of the three, seems to be the most agreeable. All right, not bad, not bad, not bad. I mean, quite frankly, we're able to do a lot of damage, assuming our attacks hit. The problem is that's not exactly the most surefire thing, you know? Man, a critical hit would have been absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, but yeah.
No, this can't be. Please open your eyes.
All right, so for a mental note, I only have 2 of those flowers. Uh-huh. All right, okay. I'm not... I'm not sure how I feel right now, but I think that I can still squeak this out. I think I can. It's just gonna require strategy and luck, admittedly. I'll figure something out. Okay, so I'm not gonna say that my odds are especially higher than the last one. I've actually barely got into this, but I have discovered at least one thing. This particular enemy, the Omnen Musha here, definitely has the least HP out of the three of them. So it's probably the smartest call to try and take him out as quickly as possible. It can be a bit difficult, though, considering he also has life drain, so he can heal himself relatively decently, and we're not exactly dealing massive amounts of damage here, but it's very much a divide and conquer type situation. If I can take out at least one of them, the odds of success go up. So oh! And if stuff like that happens at the same time, then thank you, please, and thank you. I was actually mostly focusing on fighting the white one for the time being, but yes, no fight stat bonuses. I like the idea of that. I was attacking the one in white armor the whole time, and I managed to get a crit on him, and that made me attack the one in black armor. So then I noticed, wow, you really did not take a lot of. He took a lot of damage. He's already almost halfway straight up dead.
You've improved.
So there you go. Plus, the more I'm able to distract them, the better. Sure, yeah, okay, see, that's always going to be a bit of an issue. Alright, well, I kind of expected to not really succeed. I was really just kind of scoping things out, but, obviously that still kind of hurt on an emotional level. Okay, take 3. Strategy! Strategization. I can make it work.
I failed to finish it off.
All right. Honestly, probably more than likely to just be kind of a symbolic victory, but I killed one of them. I defeated the hell out of him. It was pretty great. Okay. So, it's not been the easiest of situations, if I'm being entirely honest. And you actually haven't been doing that for a while. If you could, please, maybe not. That would just be the best, if I'm being entirely honest with you. This is the best I've done, the closest I've gotten. I would prefer if maybe you gave me something resembling a fair shake of things. Like, if you're just flat out stronger than me and you use your critical hit rates and everything to completely obliterate and blitz me, that's one thing. But another thing to roll, a set of die and just miraculously have the instant, haha, you instant die button. That's just lame. I don't care for it. Anyway, so I've most definitely been able to take care of one of them. And just for the record, I've gone through literally everything. These things don't have a weakness. They just flat out don't. Which really kind of tells me that, yeah, I've definitely probably am getting close to the end of this whole thing if they're busting out the enemies with literally no weaknesses whatsoever. Yeah, that's not great. Kind of wish that wasn't a thing. Okay. All right. But I've never gone anywhere from just flat out giving up. Even if the odds are incredibly low, I'm still giving it a try. Whoa. Okay, so that was probably one of the luckiest things that's ever happened. My God, I just was kind of haphazardly mashing the button, and I actually would rather have used my turn healing. So the fact that that was a critical hit, yeah, no, that's pure dumb blind luck in the best possible of ways. All right. Power charge. Sure would be good if I had any physical mirrors left, but let me just check my bag of wonders here, and yeah, don't got any of those. So really I just kinda have to hope that he decides to use it on a single target, and that the single target is an Aegis. That's a lot of ifs and buts, and none of them are especially good, if I'm being honest. Best I can do... the best I could do is ultimately literally absolutely nothing. So, it was a real good attempt of it. I got closer than I ever had before, and I feel pretty damn good about that. But, things are about to go... okay. I mean, okay, sure. I do not know why you did that. All right. You definitely have access to multi-hitting physical attacks. That made no sense. Okay. I'm not about to start complaining. I'm just gonna swing and a miss. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, fair. Okay, sure am having a good time today. Yeah. All right, so we're going with the whole literally dodge everything that I do no matter what. Absolutely, irrefutably, huh? Yeah, I guess so. You want to maybe throw me? Okay, hey, that's technically a bone that was just thrown.
My guard down.
It, by all accounts, was technically one of those.
I let my guard down.
You sure did.
Defense weakened. Please be careful.
Yeah, do I have anything in the bag of wonders to maybe fix that in any capacity? It doesn't look like I do. I can dispel some things, I can bounce off magic attacks. I mean, that's good for, you know, the light magic and stuff, but just, you know, just in case you were getting any crazy ideas. No, they're immune to them. Or at least one of them was. The point is, I tried a lot of different things. Anyway,
Firing.
I'm not gonna say that this is entirely impossible to win.
No, Yukari-chan.
I'm just of the mind that it's rather unlikely. Any chance of landing a crit on this dude? No? Alright. I mean, I figured it was worth a try.
Be careful.
Kinda throwing my luck here and just kinda throwing the dice. It's not impossible to win, it's just unlikely, and it's gonna require a lot of good luck and a lot of dumb choices on the enemy's parts.
Someone help Metis.
Not
Someone
yet.
help Mitsuru-senpai.
Okay, could you not do this again? Wow, alright. Miraculously, that was the one time it wasn't a crit. Fascinating.
Can't let my guard down.
Okay.
Here.
Man, you guys didn't see it, but there was this one time that exact enemy just kept doing that move over and over again because it hit Yukari and got a crit. So then it hit Mitsuru and got a crit. Then it hit Metis and got a crit. Then it hit Igus and got a crit, and it was a double thing or something. I don't know, because that one just instantly killed her. It was something. It was definitely an event. Oh, by the way, this is actually my 6th attempt. I'm not sure how much of anything I've been showing up to this point. So, oh, here we go. Okay, not dead. Not dead. We are not dead.
Defense weakened. Please be careful.
The thing is, man, she's been my most consistent crit giver. But I'd much rather just kind of do this. Even if it really doesn't do anything for me in the long run, it feels like the right thing to do. It just feels correct, you know?
To finish it off.
I mean, anything helps, really.
I won't miss. This thing.
Man, I sure do wish I could have gotten some of them there, some lucky crits.
I need your
Maybe knock down an enemy or two. That would have been rather swell, it sure woulda. If I'm being entirely 100% honest, I'm kind of amazed that I've managed to, you know, defeat one of these dudes. Alright, well, if there's anything I've noticed, it's that these guys really like to buff themselves, so if I get rid of the buffs, then they feel compelled to rebuff them, and when they do that, they spend their entire turn doing so. And I am a big fan of that idea. Alright, so
You won't escape.
not the greatest plan, not the greatest plan. Oh, going with the Tempest. That's some big time damage. Revolution. Oh. We got ourselves a Revolution. And Deku can't get rid of that, can it? No, it cannot. Because that's technically not buffing a stat, which is very strange to me. Alright, yep.
I failed.
Take what you can get. Take what you can get. Take what you can get. And keep on healing up. Of course, there's the mild problem of Metis having been knocked down. Which means that... Oh, that's something you can do, is it?
Can't let my guard down.
I was unaware that that was an option that you had. Okay. Well, bad, obviously, but... Ooh. Luckily, Metarama, really all the media spells, are not as useful against the enemies when they actually use them on themselves, so yeah, 150 or so HP, I can remake that deficit.
I won't lose. This thing won't give up.
I think that might be the first time I've actually landed a hit on that thing. Probably better idea to heal. Yeah, let's go with that. Ah, cool, it was ultimately pointless. Good to, real good to see. I am so glad that was a thing. All right, well.
It's a tough one.
All right, a lot of my plan was really kind of hinging on the idea that would been a crit and knocked him over. It wasn't. Okay, so I'm jinxing myself pretty harsh with this one, but if things continue to go the way that they've been going, which is mixed bag, then we might just maybe possibly be able to defeat the white armored samurai fellow. And if we did that, then, well, if I'm being entirely frank, that still doesn't guarantee a victory by any stretch of the imagination. I'd actually say that it's still just as unlikely to work, and in fact, would mostly just kind of make my downfall in the end feel especially horrible.
Firing.
Because I would have gotten so close only to have the whole thing fall apart on me. You sure are doing that a lot. Okay, well, I mean, I'm kind of okay with it. Man, that premonition skill is just about the worst thing ever, if I'm being entirely honest.
That one's fast.
It just randomly, every so often, gets to say, haha, no, you don't get to hit me. Increased difficulty indeed, game. Oh, that could just flat out be the end of us. I'm really gonna need you to knock that the actual hell off.
It's a tough one.
Unless I can do enough damage to undo the healing, then I'm, in fact, not making progress. And if I'm not making progress, my somewhat jovial nature kind of falls down a little bit. Yeah, this is ungodly annoying, actually. I was actually in pretty decent spirits. I mean, you'd think losing fights so freakishly consistently would kind of put the whole, damper on everything, and I'd start getting a bit grumpy about the whole thing. I was actually feeling pretty good, all things considered. But if you're gonna keep doing that, it's starting to go away. It's starting to fade. I'm starting to get a little bit of irritated. Kinda absolutely despise you on a deeply personal level. Even if I end up completely losing at the end of this, I would very much appreciate it if you could, at the very bare minimum, also just go straight down to the Deaded Lands before that happens. I would really prefer that. So if the game could maybe give me something like that, okay.
Hurry-chan is serious.
Bare minimum, that means that guy ain't gonna be doing a heal. I could attack this guy, that is an option, but he's kinda got incredibly high counter rates. If I'm being entirely honest, not 100% sure what exactly I'm gonna do about this fella.
Take this. This thing
I suppose it's just as likely for him to counter as it is for the other guy to dodge, so
Thanks.
I suppose I could maybe make it work!
Senpai is unconscious. The enemy.
Of course, if that sort of thing is gonna keep happening, then it kind of throws the entire thing out the window. Please die!
I thought that would do it.
Yeah, we all kind of really hoped that were the case. Yukari, please let your arrow shine true and justice-filled. Okay! Okay! Okay!
Take this.
Okay! I physically do not know actually what to say about this entire situation.
Hurry-chan is seriously hurt.
The ability to succeed and win is within possibility.
Here.
Kind of unfortunate to learn that this guy is in fact not the one who was casting the light spell that whole time, and a lot of my strategy was kind of going off of beating those guys so that I would just have to deal with a really strong physical threat and not a whole lot else, but seems to not be the case. Okay, The thing is, are you the guy that absorbs, like, literally everything, or... Alright, well, you reflected it. Not superb, not great. I don't really like having to rely purely on physical attacks. You know, especially when the enemy can counter them, and even when you do hit them, it doesn't do a whole lot. So I guess that just didn't work for some reason? Anybody? Did she? Oh, right. Snap. Gotcha. Right. Okay. I was trying to figure out how on earth she managed that managed to just inexplicably kill her for no reason. It's because I used a magic spell, bounced off, hit the get. Yeah. All right. I get you. I don't like the technicality that ultimately just went down here, but. Define okay. I mean, it very firmly depends on what your definition of okay is. If I'm being real with y'all, Fuka. I survived. I definitely did that, but the fact of the matter is, at any conceivable moment, this enemy could very easily just cast a light spell, kill us all instantaneously, and this will have all been entirely for nothing, and I dare say it's about to happen. Okay. Okay, so I just kind of have literally no choice but to live in never-ending fear of that exact thing constantly this entire time. All right. Hey, game. You know what would be cool if you could just... I realize we don't have a high crit rate right now, but if you wanted to, I don't know, maybe let someone land a crit, let me get at least a single all-out attack. I mean, let me bargain with you here. Wouldn't that sure make you... Ooh! Okay, that was lucky. Even more reason for me to really wish that I had the ability to throw out more of those mirrors, attack mirrors. But, you know what would really destroy my spirit a whole lot more? If you let me get real close to defeating him before you defeated me. Yeah. So, you know, you should totally let me get, like, super duper close to just outright winning. That is a thing that you should do. Cause I don't have any homunculus left. This is exceptionally nerve-wracking. I really must say, because yeah, things are going okay-ish. If things continue to go the way that they are, I might even win. But again, really the game at any moment. And I'm fully anticipating it. I'm expecting it. I'm not gonna get my hopes up here. I'm expecting it. That guy is gonna cast a light spell and kill Igus. Just straight up. Unless... Is there even the tiniest chance? Anything here? A big magical dragon! Big magical dragon who is immune to light! Okay, that's good. That's actually really good. Okay, so that means instant kill is no longer a thing. I mean, it is for literally every other member of the party, which is a bit of an issue, but I do have a bunch of items that could restore SP, and I can keep healing. It's feasible. It's possible. Yes, indeed. All right. I do not have a ton of these left, so I am thankful that it only killed one of us. Just go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy.
I'm all right. Let's keep going.
Okay. I made it happen. I made it work. I did not mentally prepare myself for victory. Okay. All right. What do you give me? Some soma. That's good. That's good. And 5 bombs of life? Well, that is absolutely phenomenal. Now, if you don't mind, I'm more than aware of the fact that we're not going to have to fight any super duper ultra mega powerful enemies during this particular route of the doors. But on principle and principle alone, I'd actually kind of like to take a quick little jaunt on over to that there pharmacy, if you know what I mean. Yeah, let's say it's to soothe my rattled nerves, as it were. You know, cause I'm gonna be entirely honest, I thought I was gonna be burning through a lot of those a lot faster than I ended up doing. I'm kind of amazed that it worked out as well as it did. But yeah, I'm just gonna buy as many of these as I can. It's looking like I can get the full stock, which is pretty fantastic. Cool, cool, cool. All right. You, good sir, have a wonderful day, even though I'm pretty sure that once this whole thing is over, any and all of the money that I've given you will vanish into the ether. So it's really quite strange how this entire situation is exactly working right now. Time loops, they be crazy. Anyway, you know what else I should do that I didn't think about doing? What I really should is maybe save. I mean, it's more than likely that I'll be able to get to the next area without a random enemy managing to get the sucker punch on me and then casting some kind of spell that would instantly kill me without even barely a thought. But hey, you know, the possibility of it happening is there, and if I could maybe just give me the peace of mind of not having to luck my way through another one of those fights, I'm gonna say I'm gonna take it. I'm going to take it, I'm going to enjoy it, and we're gonna jump down a hole now. Because we've got a date with a big old door.
Good only one world, one love, but the battle goes on, shadows of mass destruction. Ooh, yeah. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Baby, baby. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Ooh, yes. Do-do-do-do.